hear a lot of commotion about crabs in a bucket. If you're new to self-improvement, you probably haven't heard this concept yet, and I'll kind of explain it in a bit of detail in a second. But I feel like I have a different outlook on this crabs in the bucket thing because I feel like it chucks away your responsibility. Chucks away your ability to have power over what you do and how you do it. So crabs in the bucket is essentially, it is practically what it is. So there's crabs inside of a bucket. And what's happening is that some crabs will try to claw their way out of the bucket because they obviously don't want to stay in there with like 10 other crabs. It's a fucking mess down there. So they're trying to crawl their way out of their bucket. And then when some crabs actually make some progress, the other crabs at the bottom who aren't making any progress will snap at the legs of the one that's making progress so that it can pull the other crab down. Now if you understand that, like you're not fucking brain dead and you're not stupid and you understand that concept, you can see how it relates to responsibility. So people use that as a way to describe, say, them getting on self-improvement is them trying to climb out of that bucket. It's them trying to improve. And the people snapping at their legs are their friends, their family, their boys. And that's passed around a lot, that your friends are going to pull you down, your family's going to pull you down. They won't let you put that improvement in to turn into the person that you want to be because they don't understand it. And that's a completely different concept because it's like they haven't seen that many people improve, so they don't have the exposure effect where it's like, okay, so if they're doing this, then they have the opportunity to become this. They haven't been exposed to that situation ever in their life. They've only been exposed to, oh, you go to university, you get this degree and you do this job. Or, oh, this is what everyone else is doing, why are you going to do that? Just stay normal. So that's what everyone's been exposed to, and that's what seemed to have worked for everyone. That's why they don't want you to go down that risky path, because it has the opportunity of fucking up, and your parents probably don't want to see that. But your friends might not want to see you succeed because they've tried to do that and they haven't been able to. In that case, they're not your friends. I have one main problem with the crabs in the bucket concept, because I feel like you chuck away your responsibility when you do that. If you go along with this crabs in the bucket concept where everyone's clawing at you, trying to pull you down, you've forgotten the fundamentals of self-improvement. The responsibility is in your hands. What you do and how you do it is up to you. But once you start saying and start blaming other people for the reason that you're not going towards the point that you want to go towards, you see how absurd that sounds. I'm not here because of my mom. I'm not here because of my dad. I'm not here because of my friends. And maybe it's true, you know. Maybe what you're saying is actually the truth. It's actually facts. And what? What's speaking about, complaining about it going to do? You have full responsibility of where you go and how you go to it. And you're deciding to blame it on other people. And you know what happens when you blame it on other people? You probably wouldn't be able to guess this. When you blame other people for the place that you're in, you give them power over you, of what you do and where you're going to go. You give them power over your movements, because you're saying essentially that this person is the reason I'm not where I want to be, so they have power over where I go and how I do it. By the way, bro, if you're new, my name is Vanch, and I know you're wondering like why you should listen to me over these other big self-improvement gurus who've been in this industry way longer than me, like Hamza and First Man. But I'm here to tell you that I'm new in this industry, so I'm here to make a name for myself. And these other big YouTubers like Hamza as well, they have such a huge amount of subscribers that they don't care about upsetting you when you try to join them, join their subscribe, or join their school. And I'm here to tell you that it's very important to me that if you join me as my first few subscribers, it's really important for me and you to make this work, because I'm genuinely the hardest fucking working person that you're ever gonna fucking meet. I'm up here at I'm waking up at 2:30 in the morning every fucking day to record and edit these videos before I go to school, while revising my fucking A-levels and going to gym and staying social while maintaining a relationship. I'm 18 years old and I'm doing all of this shit. The hardest fucking working person you're ever gonna meet. So I'm here to make a name for myself, and it's really important for me and you that I make this work. So go, genuinely hit down on the subscribe and the post notification so you can see more videos like this, self-improvement, advice, shit that I can give you, and then you can improve yourself and educate yourself from other videos and mine. And it's a win-win for both of us. So go on down, click on it, man. And most of you probably heard that, and you've just clocked to yourself going like, oh, I don't want that. I don't want my parents to dictate where I go. So out of all this thing that you've done to be like, okay, I don't want to do the things that my parents want me to do, or I don't want to stay in the same place that my friends want me to stay. But you've just given them power over everything you do, and what they want you to do is stay in the same place, or do what they say. And since you've just given the power, of course you're going to end up doing what they say and what they want you to do. So no, I don't believe this crabs in a bucket that your parents are snapping at your legs, your friends snapping at your legs, trying to pull you down. There may be opportunities where that happens. And a lot of people do that. When you start improving, people will try to drag you down. Yeah, it does happen. But what benefit are you going to get from blaming these people for dragging you down? It's your responsibility. It's up to you of where you want to go, right? I live in an Asian household. You see, in our community, it's more about we go to university, we get a good job, we have a stable income. Because that's all we've been exposed to. I mean, coming from India, going to England, it's like, that's the easiest way to go about things, to find a stable job opportunity. And that's something that's been promoted on me by my parents for years and years on end. And I did try to go against it a couple years back. And it was really shut down. So I thought that, what was the point of giving them the opportunity to have a say in what I'm doing for the moment at least? So they were to come to me and say, oh, university this, university that. I simply just agree with them. And then still do the thing that I want to do. It's not going to stop me from doing this, say for example, making these videos for people like you. It's not going to stop me from doing that. A simple agreement stops an argument, and it stops any sort of continuation of that disagreement. But I can still do the things that I want to do. And if you really want to go across the crabs in a bucket concept, the best way that you should look at it is that the crabs are in the bucket. But the mix of the crabs in the bucket are your thoughts, your ambitions, your aspirations, your motivation, but also your negative beliefs. So your motivation, your aspirations are the things that are trying to climb out of the bucket when you try to improve. But your negative beliefs are things that are holding you back, the things that you believe about yourself, the things that you believe, the people you believe have control over you. That's what's going to be snapping at your legs. Your negative beliefs, your negative thoughts, the things that you think hold you back are what's going to hold you back because you believe so. So that's the crabs in the bucket concept that I like to change my mind towards, instead of giving other people power and responsibility over the things I do. Don't fall into the trap of letting your responsibility go and giving it to the people that you didn't even want to give it to in the first place. And I hope that's been helpful. Thank you for listening to me, man. Go get it.